Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we're back with Let's Play Bloodborne on the Sony PlayStation 4. Last time, we took on Amygdala at the end of the Nightmare Frontier, and she was kind of, he, she, it, whatever the frick it was kind of crazy, and had way too many arms, which she pulled off to attack us. So, yeah. And that's just one of them, because there's a bunch of other ones, you know, just hanging out around the city. Yeah, mostly in just like regular Yarnum area for the most part. And then we also went ahead and got started on going to Forsaken Cainhurst Castle, where we have an invitation to go over there, and we had a really cool carriage take us over there. So today we're going to go ahead and head back over there. It would be at this particular gravestone right here, or whatever these things are, I forget. But if you're trying to figure out the best way to attack those ticks on your way inside, I looked it up, and they are strong against blunt attacks and arcane attacks. So like the base to nitrous, probably not going to do too well against them. And arcane weapons and spells, hunter tools, again, not terribly great. However, they are weak to regular physical attacks, righteous, so both forms of the Ludwig's Holy Blade, bolt, and what was the other one? Thrust. So honestly, Ludwig's Holy Blade would probably be your best bet with bolt paper. I don't have any bolt paper on me, but I'm not terribly worried about it. Also, the Kirkhammer's base form, the sword, but not the hammer form, would be fine. And then the sword form of the threaded cane would also be pretty good, because I think actually I don't recall if the threaded cane whip mode has righteous properties as well. I know it's serrated, but it might also have righteous. Anyways, let's just go ahead and start grabbing stuff here. Now, if you're worried about dealing with these guys, and frankly, I can see why, because they're very fast and they're very dangerous. You could just ignore them and go into the castle and not really deal with them. However, I want to try to deal with them a little bit here. Can't run from your problems forever. These guys, it's a good idea to run from a couple. If you get them one-on-one, it's not as bad, but when they're two-on-two, that's when they start becoming problems. Or two-on-one, that's when it starts becoming problems. If you can find someone to summon in here, that's also probably a pretty good idea. I'll try to go through a little bit without any summons, and then if they completely and utterly ream me, then I'll think about summons. But for the most part, we should be okay. We just have to make sure to not get surrounded. Let's see, where's the other one? There's that guy. That guy jumped up at us. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get this guy. Trying to get one at a time, but apparently this guy did not see me. Apparently they take not insignificant damage from blood weapons, despite the fact they're just loaded blood monstrosities themselves. Yeah, so one-on-one they're not too bad. It's when you actually have to worry about doing them together. By the way, I discovered something about the sword here, and a couple other the R2 here weapons that I didn't know. Where they have another attack after the charged R2, which I didn't realize. So, like, for this one, it's got the charged R2, and then if you press, well, I was going to say, I think L2 for the transform mode. Let's see, charged R2, and then, no, what was it? There was something where it had, like, an extra attack after the charged R2. No, that's just the regular L2 for the most part, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, that's just part of the regular L2. I think it might have been. I know I did it. It's not on all the weapons. It's only on a couple of them here. There we go. Yeah, if you hit R2 after the charged R2, and you have the stamina for it, you'll do another swing, which, frankly, I didn't realize was there. It doesn't work on all the weapons. Like, for example, the Hunter's Axe just does the regular attack right there. I think the, what was it? The Kirk Hammer might have had it as well. I thought my axe was the weapon. I don't think a Saw Cleaver had it, but let's just check real fast. Kirk Hammer. Let's see. Okay, I guess the Saw Cleaver does have it. Yeah, it has like a nice little downward smash, and then that also kind of has it. Let's see. I'm curious, does it do it on the regular basic? No, I think it mainly does it on the charged. So let's see here. Well, really, those are the only ones I care about at the moment. Anyways, let's go back to our regular weapons here, because these will be the best choices. And let's go ahead and try to not die as much here. They give tolerable blood echoes, you know, about 2,500 or so each. Then again, I do have the increased blood echo gain on them, on my weapon right now, so that helps. And by the way, you don't want to get too far behind these guys, and like try to do a visceral attack, because A, you're not going to get a visceral attack on them, and B, they have like a mule kick that they do from behind that does not work out terribly well for you. So you want to be careful for that. I would show it to you, but they'd probably kill me. And I keep trying to press R2 to sprint from another game that I was playing. Okay, yeah, let's not get both of these guys. This guy has less blood in his little sack. Okay, stay locked onto this guy, please. That'd be great. Come on, attack him. He's almost dead. There you go. Get rid of him. And Blood Tinged Gemstone. I think the only thing these guys drop are either Blood Tinged Gemstones or Blood Gemstones of some variety. There we go. Nice little charged R2 and regular R2 worked out pretty good here. This guy, he's just gorging on something. Let me see if this guy will show me why you don't want to get behind these guys. No, he's not doing it. Yeah, I'm trying to show off their little mule kick they have, but he's not going for it. Yeah, that guy was not fighting back as much because he was overly bloated. There's only, I think, that guy that's like that. Maybe one more. But those are the easier versions because, well, they're full. Like it's Thanksgiving dinner and they don't have any room to attack you with. Or any energy. I get like that after eating sometimes, you know, because I eat too much. Alright, there is more stuff down here, including this guy, who I'd rather not deal with, but he's there. And no, he's not there. Okay, that makes my life easier. That means he's not going to come follow me from somewhere. Trying to see if there's any other little monstrosities down here. And actually, I think they're fleas, not ticks. I mean, either way, they're a pain in the ass. There you go. But the Ludwig Solar Blade is making short work of them, so I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. There are a couple items down here, but not that many, if I remember correctly. Oh, and there's also these guys, which I'd rather not deal with, ever. These guys suck. I'm not trying to die to the worms after, you know, surviving the ticks. I know there's something down. Yeah, there's an item down here, which I'm going to grab. And I'm going to ignore these guys because I don't care. Yeah, the ticks are not worth it. Or the ticks are kind of worth it since they give experience. These guys, they don't give shit for experience, so they can suck it. And I think that's everything down there. Which means we only have a couple more ticks. And we're good to go. Ticks, fleas, annoying enemies, whatever you want to call them. Already got that enemy. Oh, somebody died. One of the worms died somewhere. I'm not sure how. I don't think the Holy Blade is the one that has the... Yeah, this doesn't have the slow poison on it. Like my... I think the Kirk Hammer is the one with the slow poison. Alright. By the way, if you just want to run past all the fleas or ticks or whatever, that's where you're trying to go, is that set of doors right there. There we go. You worked out pretty good. And I think that should be most of the critters out here. They're giving us a lot of numbing mists, and I'm not sure why, because there's not a lot of people healing around here. At least not that I remember. Wondrous Roman. Therefore time for thrust attacks. Sir, this is a family-friendly eldritch god werewolf hunting game. Let's keep it that way, shall we? And there we go. The doors open for you when you come up here. So hopefully they open fast enough if you've got a pack of ticks on your ass. And if not, well, they should be open the next time you head over here. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything. Okay, so we cleared out the front area. Got ourselves a couple blood echoes for our troubles here. And now we are in the castle proper, where ambush waits ahead, therefore beware of women. I don't see no women around here. Time for women. Oh, I don't know where they are. There's this little dude cleaning, who frankly isn't bothering anybody. So let's kill him. There you go, get rid of that little guy. These guys, they're just kind of cleaning the floors, doing their own little thing. There's a couple that will attack you, but I don't think there's any in this room. Or if they are, they don't attack you until like something else happens. I'm not entirely sure how it works, because frankly, I don't spend too much time in this room. But yeah, this chick right here, she is one of the enemies that we're going to be seeing in here. She's like a little like specter type person, like a ghost kind of. See, she kind of just like pops into existence there. She's not like the ghosts in New Londo Ruins and Dark Souls, where you have to have a weapon to attack her. They just kind of turn invisible for a bit, and then they turn uninvisible when you get close enough, or they sneak up behind you. And yeah, you can see her walking around right there. I don't think there's any way to make them more visible. You just kind of have to hope you know where they are. And in that chest we got the Reiterplash, which is I think a blood skill weapon. We'll check it out in a moment. Let's just go ahead and finish the floors here. Have audience with joy. Let's see, how well will you do against these ladies here? Not bad. you're dead. And let's go back to this for the moment, just because it works out for us. And more Madman's knowledge here. Yeah, we'll check out the Rider Palace in a moment here. I'm not going to be using it anytime soon because I don't think we have the Blood Tinge for it. And even if we did, with the Blood Tinge that I have, it wouldn't be doing a whole lot of damage. So let's just go ahead and take a quick gander here. The Rider Palace. Yeah, skill and... like, I guess it doesn't have as much Blood Tinge as I was thinking. Weapon wielded by the Knights of Cainhurst combines an elegant knight's sword with the peculiar firearm wielded by the Cainhurst Order. The old nobles, longtime imbibers in blood, are no strangers to the sanguine plague, and their disposal of beasts was a discreet task left to their servants, or knights as they were called, for the sake of appearances. Yeah, so it's a rapier. Yeah, well, kind of a rapier, I guess. Yeah, it definitely has a lot of rapier properties to it. And I don't think it uses a whole lot of stamina. Yeah, it doesn't use a whole lot of stamina at all. And it doesn't seem to have the R2 thing. But if we transform it, yeah, it turns into a bayonet, I think. Yeah, bayonet, and then R2 shoots it again. So it's kind of like the rifle spear. And this does not have a charged attack. Except unlike the rifle spear, it has a gun in the offhand. Whereas I think the rifle spear ended up having the... yeah, it was a two-handed gun. So still a bayonet, except the Rider Palace has more of like slashy or rapier type attacks. I'm going to take a look at that on the website real fast, and let's see. I want to see how it ends up. Because I could have swore it was Blood Tinge. Let's see. Rider Palace. Rider Palace will end up with... I guess it's mostly a dex weapon. Or skill weapon, because it ends up with at plus 10 it ends up with E strength, A skill, D blood tinge, and B arcane. Huh? I thought I had more blood scaling. Oh well. Well, that's the weapon that I'm probably never going to use. If anything, I'd probably try out the rifle spear over the Rider Palace, because that ends up with better scaling, I'm pretty sure. Let's see, rifle spear. Yeah, the rifle spear ends up with B dex and B blood tinge, and then a C in arcane, and a D in strength. So slightly weaker on the dex, or the skill, but more on the blood tinge. Alright, back to you, and let's continue our merry little path forward. I need something to drink. Alright. Hello, lady. You know what, let me see here. Will you kill this lady in... No, you won't kill it in a charge R2. Unless she like missed or got me out of my attack somehow. No. Yeah, it's not doing it. Okay. Yeah, they can hurt, as you can see, if you're putzing around. But for the most part, the ladies are only going to be a problem in groups, or later on when they have their special variants that I'm not particularly fond of. That's the way forward right there. I don't know if you can get a visceral attack on these ghost chicks. This guy, I'm pretty sure you can. There you go. With the ghost chicks, you'd have to be able to I don't know why it says remember hidden path. There's no hidden path here. You'd have to find one like that one that we just killed and hope that she doesn't notice you long enough to actually get your thing off, your visceral attack off, but I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, she is trying to be fancy here, and I'm not having that. There we go. Here are you guys. Yeah, I can't seem to get behind him long enough for the visceral. Unless this chick will let me. Okay, so you can visceral attack him. Okay, cool. There's not going to be a whole lot of opportunities for it, but you can. And Bloodstone Chunk. Nice. How many of those do we have right now? We have a grand total of 2. Now, in the original, or not the original game, but in the DLC, there was a bug that enabled you to kill various scurrying beasts in certain locations and not loot them and come back and re-kill them, and they would end up giving you a ton of blood chunks. I don't know if that's still a thing. If it is, that'd be great, because that would make it easier to get your weapons higher, but I don't know if they patched that out. If it is, I'll probably take advantage of it, just because it would just save time on farming. Quicksilver bullets. Ah! Yeah, let's not get murdered here. That'd be great, thanks. I don't recall what these chicks are weak to. But they're usually not dangerous enough to care about their weaknesses as far as I'm concerned. Turn this. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead and heal up real fast. I know there's some... Yeah, I was about to say, I knew there was something over here. And what are we hiding here? The noble dress. And that noble dress, if we look at it, you can probably already tell. Yeah, that looks familiar, doesn't it? A finely tailored Bordeaux dress worn by the nobles of the old bloodline that traces back to the Forsaken Cainhurst Castle Cainhurst. And really good blood defense. I think it's... Yeah, 130. That's the highest blood defense we have. But yeah, Ariana, whatever her name is, yeah, I think it's Ariana. She's wearing that dress. So it's possible that she is related to Cainhurst in some way, albeit possibly distantly. Alright, now when you get out here, you want to be careful, because we're going to start running into enemies that I'm not particularly fond of. Not you. You're just a nice little view. Yeah, there's going to be a couple enemies coming up that aren't too bad for the most part, but they can be a little irritating if you're not careful. And they're kind of a Souls classic enemy. Yeah, these guys right here, the gargoyles. Except these guys are actual gargoyles, and not really my favorite thing. Yeah, I did not realize that guy was going to be sitting there. But yeah, these are gargoyles, and they grab you and do a bullshit grab attack, and they kind of hurt. They actually aren't that bad to kill for the most part, if you know where they are. For example, that guy right there, he's going to try to jump down. And that guy, wherever he came from, I didn't know where he came from, but he also tried to jump down. And there we go. Yeah, they're not terribly strong. These guys do have a very low chance to drop blood chunks, but it's not that common. Come on. I know you want to do it. That's not what I was going for, but okay. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and just take that off for the moment. Sometimes that guy will jump down right there and he'll get stuck. And that's what I was going for, but he was not going for it himself. Goodbye. Bloodstone chunk. Nice. Yeah, we're going to get a reasonably decent chunk of chunks here. So let's just go ahead and keep an eye out for yay old gargoyles here. Because they're going to be the irritating things. There's another one right there. Trying to see if there's any others. Let's ignore their little sonic scream. And goodbye. Twin Bloodstone Shards. Yeah, these guys can drop Twin Bloodstone Shards in chunks, and then I think that's the main things they drop. The chunks are a very rare drop from these guys, but if you stack enough item discovery runes, then you might be able to get a couple. And they're reasonably easy to kill, so it's a reasonably safe area to come farm. I thought there was going to be a ghost chick. Beware of woman. Oh, you. You're the... I was thinking the ghost, but no, you're the... Is that the one that, like, scoops your eyeballs out? I can't tell. She's less hunched, but she kind of looks like it. I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but the inside of the castle is, in my opinion, significantly less dangerous than the outside of the castle, just because those ticks are so irritating. Let's see, I think... That's the way forward, I think. So I think this is a side path over here. And let me look at something real fast. Okay, I was checking the time, because it was kind of flying by here. Trying to see if there's any gargoyles that are going to come sodomize me. Like here. No. Okay, that was a big move on my part. I don't know what that attack's classified. It's probably classified as arcane of some variety, but I'm not sure. And apparently, I did not decide to hit that guy as well. There we go. More twin shards, which we have plenty of. Please carry on in your stead, I don't care. Ooh, the executioner set, nice. We already know who wears this all the time, and it's awesome for the most part. Let's see here, let's go and get rid of that. And... just go someplace where I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be attacked. And I don't think I've ever taken the pants off for long enough to notice that we have... old-fashioned boxers on. Alright, anyways, the executioner set is, yeah, not too shabby of a set. It's not the best, but it's still pretty good. Attire worn by the band of executioners commanded by the martyr Ligarius later became the basis for all church attire with its heavy draping of holy shawl. As the great Ligarius once said, acts of goodness are not always wise, and acts of evil are not always foolish, but regardless, we shall always strive to be good. The brass rivets are unique to the executioners and reflect their adoration of hand-to-hand combat. Okay. And Okay, yeah, so same thing. Later became the basis. And let's go ahead and take you off. So yeah, this is what Alfred was wearing, and it's one of the nicer sets in the game. It does not have a helmet that we can get yet. It will have a helmet eventually, and frankly, I don't think the helmet actually matches the set all that much. So, oh well. Let's see, how will that work? The Grey Wolf Cap. Actually, the Grey Wolf Cap looks pretty good with it. Let's see what else we can find here. The Tomb Prospector Hood. Oh, that actually looks real nice on that. Yeah, the Tomb Prospector Hood looks good. Black hooded iron helm. Looks... If it was gray, it would look better, but it still looks pretty good. The beak mask. The beak mask could also be a nice little touch there. Graveguard mask does not fit this thing at all. Actually, if it didn't have like the little touch of orange, like the rusty color, it would actually not be as bad as I was thinking. Especially from behind, it doesn't look that bad. The doll hat, obviously, is top tier. The black hood. Honestly, the black hood's not too shabby either. But let's find something better than the black hood. Let's see. Honestly, the beak mask is pretty good. Let's see what else can we find here. Black hooded iron helm is okay. The Tomb Prospector hood's okay. Yeah, let's just keep the the beak mask or whatever the dang thing is called. Yeah, beak mask. And also, since I know you guys are going to want to see it, and will be upset if I don't show it, the noble dress. Yep. It's just Annalise's dress. And actually, do we have them? I think we might. No, we don't have them. Okay, never mind. I thought we had something else we could put on. But we're not going to get that anytime soon, I don't think. I'm kind of curious how the Executioner Garb actually stacks up, since I didn't actually look at the other stats here. So the physical defense is kind of low, but the... Seems like the blunt and thrust, arcane and bolt are all pretty good here. Yeah, so it doesn't have the greatest physical, but the other stuff is pretty good. And I'm kind of surprised it doesn't have better blood scaling. I mean, it's not bad at 100. Yeah, really, I guess its only downsides would be its physical, really. I mean, there's other stuff like the student uniforms or the noble dress that specialize in blood or arcane, but really it does a pretty good job. I mean, it's basically 100 and everything on the main stats for that right there. Okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and be finished right here. And the next episode, we'll continue on through the rest, or maybe not the rest, but more of Forsaken Cainhurst Castle. So, guys, thanks for watching. And I will see you guys next episode looking awesome in my Executioner garb. Have a good night. It just looks so warm. Like, it looks like a nice, thick cape, and, like, the shirt and the pants look nice and thick for, like, a nice, thick material for... You could go outside and travel on this pretty much. Also, the embroidery on the cape is pretty nice. If we can see it. We can't see it that well, but yeah, it's got a nice pattern. It's just a nice looking set, in my opinion. The gauntlets definitely look very physical, as I stated, because they're made for hand-to-hand combat. Alright, see you guys later.